Welcome to the No Clay Podcast. Today we have a very, very special guest, my nephew, Austin of Austin TV. In case you guys didn't know or aren't already following, Austin is a renowned youth snowboarder, and he's got a competition coming up here. So we're actually gonna we're actually bringing him on so he can kind of talk a little bit more about the competition and tell you guys, our audience, a little bit more about him. So, Austin, how old are you?
I'm 10.
You're a big.
Are you a
10-year-old.
fifth grader? Or
Yes,
yeah,
fifth grader.
nice.
These
Fifth grade, 10
monkeys
years
are
old.
getting huge. Oh my god! Stand up, stand up, stand up. Sorry, let's try not to bump anything. But 10. So how tall are you?
Oh, yeah,
Like
you're pretty-
four,
You're
What are
up
you,
there for a
4'10"?
10-year-old.
4'10", 4'9", 4 foot,
4'8".
4'8". Yeah,
I think
for
my
a
mom is
10-year-old.
I think my mom is 4'9".
Really?
Wow. Yeah. So you're almost bigger than your mom. Yeah. So Austin is my sister's kid, and so one of the recurring themes of the podcast here is how do we support young people in doing sports and doing whatever activities and extracurricular activities. And so I figured since you got a competition coming up, and I think you and your mom is a perfect example of of a team of a parent and child working together, and she's always super supportive of you. So tell us a little bit more about yourself, Austin. So what school do you go to? Well, you're in the 5th grade, 10 years old.
Yep.
How's school?
It's good. It's been going good.
Your grades solid?
Yeah,
Good grades?
I have very
better.
good grades.
Nice.
better.
I always have like B pluses or an A probably.
Okay, you got to get that B up to an A. I'm just kidding. You know, your uncle wasn't a great student either.
Do you guys
He was the
have
worst.
like all kinds of subjects through the day?
Yeah.
Or is it just like, is it always the same every day? Like math, history?
It's
like-
almost the same. Sometimes we just have like new plans. We just
Okay.
switched it up sometimes.
Yeah.
Is it always the same teacher through the whole day or you switch teachers too?
Same teacher.
Oh.
Oh,
the
okay.
entire
For
Oh,
the
day.
whole year?
Because
Yeah,
in
whole
middle school, then they
Yeah,
start
then you
doing
have
that.
to,
Yeah.
they start
Yeah. So
doing-
next year,
Yeah, next year.
you guys will have to move classrooms. to
How's your
classrooms.
teacher this year?
Yeah.
They all right? They're pretty cool.
This is going on record now.
Yeah.
This is the second year of her.
Oh, okay.
okay.
She
you kinda
met
know
me
her.
in 4th grade, and she said she's gonna like go to like a different like grade probably,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
and then she just like moved up one whole class.
That's
Are you-
cool. That means she likes you guys.
Are you the only one that's had her twice or your whole class?
My whole class,
Oh,
except
okay.
for like
A
5
few
people.
of them. Okay.
Yeah.
5 people.
Got it.
That's got to be kind of
That's
cool because
pretty
then
cool.
like the teachers already built a rapport with them, and then so it's not like this first like.
So they really
weird-
know you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they get to see you grow and progress. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite subject in school?
Math.
Math.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I hope you
Smart
like math
kid.
for a long time. Because
Yeah.
I liked math for a long time and then I didn't.
Yeah.
But I hope that you like it for a long time. Because math is like, it's like snowboarding, like what you do. It's
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
have to always do it. Because if you stop, then yeah, you're just not going to be good at it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
And then so snowboarding. How did you get into snowboarding?
It started when I was like skiing first at like 6 years old.
Oh, so you started skiing first.
Yeah, I started skiing first at 2009, I think.
Okay.
And then the next year, I started snowboarding with my cousins, and it started to be really, really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to like progress it, and then I started to like S a little bit. If you don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like carving.
Yeah,
Like carving.
carving.
Yeah,
Carving.
yeah.
Yeah, because you used to participate. I guess with
Well,
But-
I was a rollerblader, so it's a little bit different,
Yeah.
but it's kind of like the same type of kids, I think.
yeah.
Like,
Are the terminology pretty similar?
no, it's a little bit different. But
Okay.
I knew I had enough friends that were snowboarders to kind of
Okay.
like also understand their language a little
Yeah.
bit.
Okay.
And it's an extreme sport too, so I always
Yeah.
paid attention to it too.
Okay.
So-
Awesome. So how often are you going out snowboarding now?
Probably 3 or 2 days a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would go for 5.
For 5 days.
Nice.
Wow.
I probably might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So of those 5 days, like how many of those days are you just skating or snowboarding for fun, or are you like actually practicing Or are you going out there with the intention to like work
It's
on
kind
a
of
skill?
both. It's kind of
Okay.
both. I love to snowboard for fun, and I love to do the competition.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do you ride? Where do you ride a lot? Is it like Afton, Buck Hill? Do you know?
Highland.
Oh, Highland.
Mm.
But you've ridden all the other ones? You've ridden the other ones too, right?
Yeah, I think I've ridden Buck Hill before. I don't remember.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then oh sorry, go ahead.
No, does Highland have slope style? The boxes and the rails and all that stuff. You know, like the rails that you can grind and the boxes that you can jump on and stuff. Do you?
It has 3 parks.
Oh yeah, it's 3 parks, 3 full parks.
People say it's like the best place to like do park at.
Oh, okay. At Highland.
Yeah.
So and then explain to me what's the difference between snowboarding park or skating park? What are those terms you guys used? Because rails, I'm sure.
Because you have different kinds, right? You have snowboarding where you can
Yeah.
go at, like you said, you can do S, so carving.
Yeah, you can S or carve.
Yep. Or you can
Okay.
do a half pipe,
Yeah.
right? Or you can do slope style, which is hitting. It's like a combination of like high jumps and hitting boxes all at once, right? So there's like different styles. Like which style do you do the most?
Slope style. No. Yeah, probably slope style.
Yeah,
Okay.
where you have to do tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you have to do
I
tricks.
love doing tricks.
Are you
Okay.
spinning yet? Are you doing 360s, 180s?
Only 180s.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I don't really do 180s. I really just do like go on the rails and then probably like jump.
Okay.
Probably like jump off.
Yeah.
Or just like ride it.
Yeah. And when you're snowboarding, do you see a lot of other Hmong kids snowboarding? Or Hmong people in general?
I only see every time there's like there's like no Hmong people on my. Oh yeah, I should tell you this. I'm on like a G team probably.
Okay.
Yeah, the best in the Midwest, and
Nice.
Okay.
And-
look at that.
there's like no Hmong kids
Okay.
at all. No
Yeah.
Hmong.
Okay.
I sometimes see Hmong people at Highland.
Just riding, skiing.
riding.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just riding.
Yeah, so you're pretty lucky because your parents are helping you do your thing. Yeah, maybe you're younger now, but you'll realize
Yeah.
it's always good when your parents help you. Like my
Yeah.
dad used to take me to go play soccer and taekwondo and judo and all those things. And then when I got older, I was like, "Wow, that's really cool that my dad did that." Because when you're just going, you kind of you're just doing your thing, you know. And then later on, you're like, "Well, that's cool. My dad took me to go do all these things." Because not every kid gets the
Yeah.
chance, you know.
My dad, your grandpa didn't do
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
for us.
Some kid,
so we didn't do
sometimes you
nothing.
don't get the same thing.
We walked to practice. If we wanted to play sports, we had to walk to practice. But yeah, no. So you're very lucky though, because you know, we talk about that a lot. Is that there are so many like young and talented kids like yourself,
Yeah.
right? And sometimes you guys just you guys need a creative outlet, and sometimes you guys don't always get the best support. And it's really cool to see like young people like yourself, you know, competing at like a higher level, and skating with the intention not just to skate for fun or recreationally, but skating to compete. Now, what is the goal? What is your goal for skating?
Skiing. No.
Snowboarding.
Yes.
Snowboarding. The snowboarding communities.
Yeah,
gonna
they're
hate you.
gonna-
Yeah.
I think my goal is to like inspire people. Probably. Yeah.
Nice.
Just to
Okay.
inspire people to like you know, like snowboard probably.
Okay.
And to lead people
Yeah.
probably. Yeah. I
Nice.
want to be like a leader.
Do you want
Good
to
job.
also like? Are you trying to win a bunch of competitions, or what do you want to do? Because you know, like they have the snowboarding in the Olympic Games too.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
I know
or
about
like the
that.
X Games and stuff. Like, does that stuff interest you too, or are you just like, what do you think?
Would you want to snowboard one day for the Olympics?
Yes. Obviously, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. I would love to be a coach for a G team if I want
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
to. Yeah.
And do they have youth that coaches other kids too? Or, like-
Yeah, they coach like a team. Like sometimes there's like 3 people on my team,
Okay.
and sometimes it's just me and the 2 other guys.
Okay.
Like, how old's your coach? Do you know?
Not at all.
Okay.
Does he seem like an old man, or does he seem like a kind of young guy?
He's kind of like, I don't know, like he probably looks like 35.
Okay.
Does he look older than your dad?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
that means he's like way older
Yeah,
than.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
He probably has like a mustache.
How old
or
do you
something.
think
He
we
has
are?
a beard.
Yeah, guess our age.
I forgot your guys' age.
No,
Well,
guess.
you-
I
guess,
just
guess.
guessed.
Yeah,
Guess.
guess.
36 and 30.
Wait, how old did you say for him?
He said
36.
36.
36, okay.
And it's a hard one.
Yeah, just throw a
30
number.
31.
31. You
Hey,
think he's younger than
younger.
me?
It's the hair.
Oh my.
It's your hair.
goodness. Oh my.
You're
goodness.
close.
Oh my
You're
goodness.
close with both of them.
Yeah.
You're about 5 years off
Yeah.
for each
He's
one.
36. I'm 34.
Oh.
Yeah, he's actually older. God, I need to take.
That's
better
pretty
care of
good
myself.
though. Pretty close. At least
Yeah.
you didn't say 55.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So then, so you guys are skating about 5 times a week.
Snowboarding.
Snowboarding.
Come on,
Oh my
different
God, I'm
sports,
gonna
man.
get
That's like
killed.
asking a rollerblader.
It's
to
mostly
gonna
it's
be
mostly two. It's mostly two.
Mostly 2 times a week, just on the weekends. And so you go to school, I'm guessing, and then Saturdays, Sundays. Go
Or is it
snowboarding?
after school?
It's after school.
Okay.
Tuesday and
Okay.
Thursday.
Okay.
Okay. Nice.
Hmm.
It's the 2-2s.
Nice.
Yeah, Tuesdays
And so,
Thursdays.
tell us about your competition coming up here.
It's kind of like I think it's slope style where you have to like do a bunch of tricks, but
Yeah.
I'm not really good at that tricks yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm still developing.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, you're doing
Just
great.
like doing like 180s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And go on the rails. And it's kind of hard for me to like turn like this. Like it's kind of like hard to like turn to like go like this a little on the rails.
Yeah.
It's because I carve a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I carve a lot.
Well, you just have to practice. Let me ask you: when you watch the bigger kids snowboarding, which kids do you look at that is the coolest to you? Is it the guys who go really high and spin, or is it the guys who slide down the rails all crazy, or is it the guys that just go down really fast? Like, which ones you're like, I want to do that, or is it all of them?
It's mostly all of them,
Yeah.
except for the guys who just like go fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different. That's like, yeah, that's different.
Yeah. All right. Let's bring in your mom, and then we'll talk a little bit more. Unless you had anything else just for Austin.
No.
Okay.
I think that's pretty cool.
Martha. Sorry. Okay.
I think she's in the bathroom probably.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. But so, tell me a little bit more about how you got started, because you said you started skiing when you were 6,
Yeah.
right? And then the following year you started snowboarding with your cousins. Do your cousins still snowboard now, and are they on your team?
They're not on my team.
Okay. So then do they still snowboard just for fun, or do they just decide not to do it?
They still snowboard for fun.
Okay. Okay. So what made you want to actually compete versus just snowboarding for fun?
I don't really know.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mom make you do it?
No. I
It's
don't
okay.
Think, I don't think
Yeah.
so.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slide these over.
Yeah.
You can take this one off. Just
Yeah.
pass that one on to your mom.
Yep.
Do you remember Burton?
Yep. Do remember.
Tell us about Burton.
It's like it's not really like a competition for like leveling up to like the World Cup or the X Games. It's kind of like a fun competition. It's like
Slalom.
Alpine. I think it's called
Slalom race?
Slalom, yeah, slalom race,
Okay.
and it's pretty fun. To
Yeah.
like you get prizes if you like get on the like first, second, or third. I mostly get 4th all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. But this time you're gonna win though, right? You're gonna get first this time.
I'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you can do it. So mom, how did you know?
Just speak with it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So mom, how did you choose snowboarding for him?
So I didn't choose snowboarding for him.
Okay.
It was something that my husband and I picked up,
Mm-hmm.
and it was something to do in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
And we started to bring Austin because he saw his older cousins ride. And so we started him out with skis. He couldn't snowboard, and typically they don't recommend kids 6 and 7-year-old to start snowboarding yet because they don't have that core muscle.
Yeah.
And so they recommended at Afton to start with skis. So we rented skis. He started skiing right away. He was already flying on the lifts, jumping off bumps, and it just came so natural to him. And he was riding all over Afton, chasing us. And he saw his older cousins, Alex and Troy, convert to snowboard. And so he converted to snowboard. And he wanted to start riding with them. In his very first year, we took him to Lutsen, and he rode Oliver Lutsen with us. And it just became so natural for him. We were really excited that he picked it up right away. He started towing, which is a really hard skill to pick up.
Towing as in like when you're going up the hill and you're grabbing the rope?
No, towing is more of a movement when you're on your snowboard.
Okay.
And so
It's like
most
tippy
people...
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
It's like tippy toes, but
Yep.
Yeah. So it's almost a form that most riders don't pick up in the first season. Okay. Most of the time they're sitting like they're on a toilet or on a sitting chair.
Yeah.
And they're braking, right?
Yeah.
So their toe is up and their heel is pushed down.
Okay.
And so that's the format
They can't
where
inside
people...
curve, basically, on your toes.
Yep,
Yeah.
They can't turn their board yet. So they just keep one format, and they call it leafing. They're just going down the hill back and forth, and that's how they make it down the hill. But for Austin, he was able to turn his board and get onto his toe and ride back and forth.
Yeah.
But I think it's also because he was skiing before. He picked up that movement, and he started to get used to how the snow feel with a board. Even if it's a ski board, it helped him a ton. So I always recommend people, if you have a young kid who's just starting out, go into skis first, and then when they're ready and you think they're ready, put them on a snowboard and have an instructor.
Yeah.
Let's see. Question. So now he's getting to like competition and stuff. Does he what's it like as a mom to watch your son potentially get injured, right? Because I remember I was a skater growing up, and I was showing Austin earlier my little videos, and I know it was just my mom used to like freak out about it. She'd be like, "Don't tell me when you get hurt," because we would just go out and get crazy.
Yeah.
But like, what's it like for you as like just knowing like that's the risk, right? Especially snowboarding, skiing, like right, you can break your arm, you can break your leg. Like of course we don't want to do that, but it can always happen, right? So as a mom, what's like, how do you guys deal with that? Just accept that it is what it is, and they're kids, and they got to go through it, or what?
Yeah, it's funny because Austin, you want to go first?
yeah.
Okay.
Should I tell them about my injury Thursday?
Yeah. Oh, we would love to hear about
Yeah,
some
so
injuries.
ironically, he just got injured on
Yes.
Thursday. So you want to tell them what happened?
Yeah. After I did one of those rails, well, at Highland there's a mini park, so we went. That's the third park, and I went on the rails and stuff, and then I started to get more slower, but then a skier who was looking directly at me just
He hit you?
Wiped him out.
I hit my head first, and then I kind of went like this, and then bam.
Yeah.
Bang his head.
So you blacked out?
No, I didn't black out. I just tried to get back up, but it was too hard. My head was heavy, and yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I just had to get up and go on the rope and then tell my coach.
Okay. And question before you answer the question, but what is the etiquette on the hill?
So with his G team, there are rules, right? And majority of people who ride at Highland are on the G team.
Yeah.
And so there is an expectation and rules that are set for the hills.
Yeah.
If you are on top of the hill and you're looking down, you have to caution those in front of you.
So you're
right?
The
person
who's above is responsible. For either
right?
stopping or not hitting.
Controlling.
Okay.
But because at the mini park, most of them are kids.
Yeah.
Oh,
And a lot of them are beginners. They don't know how to do the fast break.
Okay.
And for Austin, he, as a snowboarder, you tend to ride one way down, right? And so your vision tunnel You're really vision tunnel. You're looking in one direction. You can't see behind you. It's like driving.
Yeah.
You can't see that blind spot. And so whoever's behind you or coming shooting at you, whether they're a snowboarder or not,
Yeah.
they should see you right away and know how to stop. But what happens at the mini park, which there was a huge accident right before that, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
And so to your question, being a parent, because I've been a mother for 10, almost 11 years. It's seeing your kids fall. It's seeing your kids cry or get into accidents when they shouldn't have, or bump their head. I used to be a helicopter parent, right?
Yeah.
I'm a mother of 2 boys now. I know how naughty they are. I know what they can get themselves into and roll down the stairs and bump their heads. And, you know, I've learned to step back and kind of allow them to make these mistakes, because if I keep helicoptering them and I keep stopping them, they're not going to realize that there are consequences. And I need them to know this. And their coach, and I trust their coach, they have a system.
Yeah.
And this is why we put them on a team. They have a system. The coaches have established, make sure you let me know if you bump your head. And that's exactly what he did. He knew what to do.
Right.
And even the Afton emergency team was like, oh, he did the right things. He knew what to do, and he needs to stay off his board for the next few days.
Yeah.
Right. Because concussions is a huge thing in athletes. Even though it was a very minor one, it can still cause more issues if he bumped his head again.
Yep. No, absolutely.
So, yeah.
That is a great point too. Like that, as for a reason to join a team or to be a part of a program, is like just to kind of learn some of that stuff. I mean, because I mean, I played football with my friends growing up, and like I banged my head so much.
Yeah.
But like you never realize like. But then once I got on a team in high school, I was like, oh, there's like things you're supposed to do afterwards, and like to really take precautions and take care of yourselves. And there's kind of like these things that are like these set rules that's there to like look out for you. And then so if you never are a part of a team or a program or an organized program, like you never really do it. So then
or they don't enforce it, right?
Right. And so then a lot of the snowboarders, I would imagine, are just out there just willy-nilly.
Well, it's kind of like it's like when I was skating, like skating the skate park, right? It's kind of like slope style, right? Every kid wants to hit the box and get a trick, and then you try like a 50-50, a board slide, and you mess up. You're like, I'm going right back up, and I'm gonna do it again. So you forget that there's like other people there too. And I think you have to be. It comes from experience too. Like I used to go to the skate park, and then when you get really good, even if somebody's coming right in front of you, you know how to avoid them, you know? Yeah. So, but I think when you're just kind of learning sometimes you just can't avoid them. So you just have to take the hit.
They could avoid it, but I couldn't.
Yeah, no, they can't. And it depends, right? Because if the guy who's going to hit you, if he's a good skier, he'll know how to stop too. Yeah. But if they lost control already, then they're just going to roll into you. Yeah. So, I was going to ask you something. Oh, we were wearing your shirts, Austin. Yes. So can you tell us about what we have on our shirts here? Austintv sounds like a YouTube page. Is that a YouTube page?
Yeah.
What kind of videos you put on that YouTube channel?
I put like snowboarding videos, probably like other sports.
What other sports do you play?
Soccer probably, and definitely basketball and football. That's the 3.
Do you have a favorite sport?
Yeah.
What is it?
Snowboarding.
There you go. Good answer.
Do you like to also game?
Game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which game? Roblox?
No, not that one. Minecraft.
Oh, okay. There you go. Do you prefer to be on the hill snowboarding, or do you prefer being at home gaming? Or do you like to have both because they're different, right? Because sometimes I like having both. I like to go home and play on my PS4 sometimes, and then sometimes like I've had enough. I'd rather go outside. You think it's like you like it the same, or?
Probably snowboarding more because it makes me like relaxed. It, like cuts me off from like anything else. Just like having fun is all I need.
Yeah. I agree with you. Because when you game, there's too many distractions. Sometimes there's other people talking to you in the game, but when you're snowboarding or skiing or like skating, you're just focused on like, I gotta just hit my trick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
That's good. That's interesting.
One of the one of the things we talk about is like how do we best support young people, right? So, before we go there, Austintv is a YouTube channel. You upload all of your sports, right? So, is it just Austintv on YouTube? Where else can we find you?
You could find me on Facebook
Mm-hmm.
and now the newly Instagram. You could find me on
Okay.
Instagram
Nice.
now.
Okay.
Now you can find me
On
on
IG.
Instagram. Yeah.
And then, so you as a mother, how do you navigate your children on social media? Because like that's like a big topic, right? It's like how much do you put them out there, and then how much do you let like free reign of it? Oh, go ahead.
I don't really go on Facebook or
Okay.
Instagram. I don't really go on those.
Okay, so your mom controls most of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so his accounts are purely run by me.
Okay.
I try to keep him out of those social media influence just because sometimes not everyone has nice things to say and it could be mentally draining, right? So I've seen him sometimes go onto his YouTube and then have these sort of little discussions, right? And people are like, "Oh, that's an old trick," or "You think you're really cool doing that?" You know, like sometimes people don't always have the right things to say, and it could be very disturbing to an athlete who's still just learning, right?
Yeah.
And Austin's sitting there like, "But I did my best," and I was
Right,
like, "Honey,
yeah.
you don't have to argue every comment or reply to everything." And for me, it's just more of a mental protection.
Okay.
Right. And I need him to be able to focus on what's truly important is his personal growth.
Right.
He is doing his best and he's getting hurt when he's doing his best and he knows his limit. He knows when to stop. So this is why I truly run his social media. I mean, not to say that his social media is not on his phone and he doesn't have access to it. He does have access, but
Yeah. You had something to say?
Oh yeah, I did. Every time when people reply bad stuff, I'm just like, delete
Smart.
and then delete.
That's smart, and for a 10-year-old kid to know that, because like we're still figuring that out now as 30-year-olds. Sometimes people like come on and they say like not the nicest things on our podcast, and we're like, oh, we the first couple like I responded to, and then two was like, don't do that. But
yeah, that's one thing I've
Yeah.
taught Austin at a very
Yeah.
young age was learning how to cancel out those negative noise,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
You don't have to have a reaction to
Yeah.
every action
yeah.
or comment.
Is that how most parent or kid social media is ran? Like athletes? Like, is it mostly their parents, or is what you're doing like kind of uniquely to you, to like your guys' situation?
So I have a friend who daughter does soccer, but they first started her social media.
Yeah.
And then her daughter, when she became of age, she started taking it on
Okay.
her own. But
And
I
so
think
what's
a lot
good
of
age for them to start taking it? And what did your friend's daughter like? What age did they decide for her to take it over?
I think when she felt like she was ready.
Okay. Okay.
And so, like I said, he has full access to all his accounts through his phone.
Mm-hmm.
But I continue to maintain it just for content and just to make sure people know that he's still out there and relevant and he's doing things.
Okay.
But until he's ready, and most parents that I talk to who kids are rising up, their kids are so busy doing other things,
Right.
they don't have time to take pictures themselves,
Right.
right? And I think that branding is very important as we continue until especially if he wants to continue to grow.
Yeah.
And so putting him in the right direction, helping him scope out what's truly important and also filter his language out there.
Yeah.
It's super important.
Right. Yeah, because we're learning that too now. Is like we just had this discussion. Like nobody just goes viral anymore. Everything is like very intentional, and so you have to kind of work the algorithm. And that might be a lot to put on a 10-year-old. So then, but as parents, if we really want to support and we really want to see our kid get to the next level, maybe that's something that we play a more active role in. So that's really cool. It sounded like you had something to say. Sorry to
Oh
cut
yeah,
you off.
and also my mom also taught me how to like post stuff on like social media now, like probably like to do something simple like put like words on like a video that she like recorded about you like going on a box or a rail, and then she taught me how to like put like items up there or like do the title or like do like hashtag snowboard or hung or
Yeah.
or
It's like a whole job. It's like homework, huh?
Yeah.
It's like you have to do homework. All you want to do is just get on the hill and snowboard. Now you got to do homework. I feel the same as you when I was like 14. You know, I used to skate and all my friends would film us. And they always be like, "You want to film?" I'm like, "No, I don't want to film, dude. I just want to do tricks, man. I want to get better. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to be behind a camera, you know." But, you know, I kind of wish now I would have got behind the camera because that's kind of cool too to like know how to film your friends and stuff.
yeah.
But sometimes you just rather do tricks.
Yeah, but that's a valuable skill in today's world. Like learning how to edit videos, how to piece them. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, but learning how to like edit videos and how to piece videos together and how to create like short reels or short and engaging reels, right? And so like props to you as a mom, like where I think you're letting him have a social media so at a young age so he understands how this stuff works, right? Because I think if people don't learn early on that people can be mean on social media, I think that can really mess with your psyche, especially as a developing person. So I think that's really cool, and that's something like you're my sister, and I didn't even know that. Like I suspected you ran some of his social media because like he would say and put up some like really high quality stuff. I'm like, Austin probably isn't doing that, but and still, so it's like really impressive. But like to kind of understand that and hear that firsthand from you guys is really cool.
Austin, do you like the part of making your videos, or you just rather snowboard? Because some kids like doing the video stuff. Some
Yeah, I
kids
know.
like putting the clips, the edits together, choose the music, and put it all together. You like that stuff too, or you rather just get the clips and then watch yourself snowboard, but not put it together? Because those are different things, right? Some people like to put it together. Some people just like to do the skills, the tricks.
It's kind of like basic when you do shorts. You just like put like random words on like the top of the video or something, and then it's kind of like that simple if you're like doing like a random short.
You want to
probably.
share the steamboat,
The steam? Oh yeah.
What's the steamboat?
the app?
I might start animating probably.
Nice.
Yeah, probably.
It's something that he just recently take interest in, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny because one day he was like, "Hey mom, tell me about how to edit a video on YouTube. Tell me what you do."
Yeah.
Because he wanted to buy this app, he wanted to buy all this anime features in it, and he wants to start making his own content. And I fully support that to a certain degree as long as he knows what he's doing. But yeah, to your question, I think he's starting to get interested behind the scenes, right? He's starting to get curious, and I think that age is starting to hit him.
Yeah.
You know, he's only 10, but I think the curiosity is there. He still loves writing, but he's doing both now. He's trying to do both.
Yeah, no, it's because I have some friends that are now as adults really high quality video editors, and it all stemmed from when we were his age. You know, they were the ones that they skated too, but they loved making the videos of all the homies together.
Yeah.
And I just ask it because for some of my friends, I enjoy it now as an adult because I see the value behind it. But there's some kids that I grew up with that they just enjoyed that part, and so now they're they're really up there as far as videographers and editors, and it's just funny because it stems from this world, which I know a lot of people film. You know, it's not like you film. I mean, kids film football and all that stuff, but in the sports of extreme sports, skateboarding, snowboarding, BMX, all that stuff, the whole point is to make sections.
Yeah.
So that means we got to get
Yeah.
clips. You got to make clips, and you need like 2 to 4 minutes of straight up clips with a good song. And if you can release one section every 6 months, people will know who you are. But you got to get good too, right?
And you know,
Yeah.
one thing I'm learning about sport filming is it's all about the angle,
yeah, yeah.
right? You have to be at the right angle. And as we continue to like master our filming of Austin's writing, we have to get close to him.
Yeah.
We have to get low and
Oh, you
see
can't
how
film
high
from a
he's jumping.
distance. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't film from a distance.
We have a GoPro and we're trying to get in closer. Sometimes we use our phone and we have our
Yeah.
mic on him because I think hearing how he thinks,
Yep.
just his thought process when he's writing, it's super intriguing because the kids are talking about, okay, I'm going to do this jump now.
Yeah.
You know, just hearing the mental process of an athlete is super important, right? And so that's
Yeah.
one thing we're starting to get into is hearing what he's
Yeah, the
thinking.
psychology behind
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
As he's writing, because it's mentally challenging when he
Yeah.
has to go and do a big jump, right? Especially now that he's getting into competition. I know he sits there and he does his prep talk.
Yeah.
Like he just recently shared that with us. He's like, "Yeah, Mom, I was at the very top, and I was telling myself I can do it, I can do it." And he said he dropped,
Nice.
and it's a huge drop when they
Yeah,
jump.
There's so much value in that in today's world, like the storytelling side of things, where it's like I was like you, where I wanted to play sports. I was like in football, like I didn't even think about it. But yeah, like I only have maybe 1 minute of me playing football now. I have like maybe like a minute thing of me wrestling now, and it's kind of sad where it's like, oh, I wish I would have kept that a little bit more. And then also like when you're learning to edit, you are learning a valuable skill in that storytelling side. You know, I learned as an adult how important it is to know and be able to articulate your story, right? Because when people come to you, they might come to you because you could do a cool trick, but they're gonna hang around if you have a great story. And then if you can't tell that story, or if you haven't taken the time to craft that yet, like there's it's tough, you know.
Yeah.
And so I that's such a cool skill, and I'm so glad like you're encouraging him to do that, and and continue to do that. Let's see.
Question.
Yes.
Austin, who's your favorite snowboarder? Is it some of your friends or is it somebody that you've seen on YouTube?
It's one of the X Games people, World Cup. I think.
Do you remember his name?
Yep, 100% I do.
What's his name?
He signed my old snowboard, Zeb Powell.
Nice.
Is he the guy that was at your last event that we came to?
No.
The
No.
dude with the dreadlocks?
Yeah, that was him. Yep.
Yeah. He was at not the last one, but the one.
The Burton.
Yeah.
event.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Burton event.
Okay. Yeah, that guy was.
Yes.
He was super nice, super cool.
Yeah.
So, what about his skating or
Snowboarding.
snowboarding? I'm so sorry. What about his snowboarding? Do you like?
I haven't seen his videos yet. I just like
You have.
I just know because I just know he's like the best influencer I know because he doesn't just look. He actually helps her and coach people. That's why I like him so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was coaching your event, right?
Yes,
And
he was
then,
coaching
yeah.
people.
Yeah, I saw like he definitely took the time to kind of show you guys how to do all that stuff. So
Yeah.
super cool. Is that something you aspire to do, and maybe one day be able to kind of help coach and guide other kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got many years of riding because you're 10 now, right? So
Then
I think you get really, really good around like 14, 13, 14. That's when you're like really good. And then you just get better. But I noticed when I used to skate, a lot of times right around 14, 15, it's like, but you're doing all the homework now, right? It's just like a test at school.
Yeah.
You just do homework now, and then eventually you'll be 13, 14, and I don't think you'll be doing 180s anymore. I think you'll be going much bigger than that.
Yeah, I'll be doing like 360s.
I'm thinking like a 900. Yeah.
Has the 900 been done in snowboarding?
Oh, they're already up to
Oh,
1660s.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
paying.
Okay.
It's been done.
Okay.
They're doing 5 rotations and more now. Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see. Shoot, sorry. I had something in my mind, then I just lost it. But okay, so snowboarding is pretty big in the Hmong community. Oh, okay, I knew where I was gonna go. Okay, the finances of that as a parent, right? Obviously, snowboarding is not one. It's not like soccer where you just buy them a ball, right? Well, even
Yeah.
in soccer,
Well, even
but like
soccer,
in
yeah.
sports,
Soccer's
sports
pretty
in
expensive,
general
too.
Yeah.
is crazy expensive. You as a parent, how do you justify that? How do you balance that?
You know, it is a investment for us, right? Because we feel that, I mean, there are parents that buy the latest PS5,
Yeah.
right? They buy the latest video games for their kids. Regardless, you're spending money. And for us, Austin, like he has a TV in his room. He doesn't even use it.
Yeah.
He has a PS4 and he never used it. You know, we bought him Ping, you bought him the Nintendo. He never really used it.
What?
He like probably played it like 3 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me get that
Austin's
back.
just not he's just not
Yeah.
a gamer,
Yeah.
right? And one thing he's always liked was moving. So, you know, when he was younger, he was in karate, you know, and he actually made it all the way to, was it brown belt? And that's actually pretty close to black.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think you were brown belt. You made it all the way. And then COVID hit. Everything shut down. And so that's where snowboarding came in, right? He was actually, he's always been the type where he'd rather be on his feet. He likes to move. He's very curious about sports. And so we've always had him out and about and, you know, just doing anything. But for us, it's the same thing as people buying video games
Yeah.
and
Right.
the latest iPhone for their kids. And
Yeah.
to me, I'm just putting in sports because
Yeah.
that's what he wants. That's what he
Yeah.
wants to do. And it helps us get off the couch as well, too.
Yeah.
Right?
it
Because we love seeing him grow. We love seeing him progress. And I just feel like when you establish relationships with coaches and a team, you know, it becomes a better influence for your kids regardless
Yeah.
in the long run. So for us, it's always been we want outsider influence on our child
Yeah.
as well, but with the right crowd,
Yeah.
right? Not
Super
just
cool.
anyone, and not just any peer, but working towards a goal.
Yeah.
And so for me, I've always loved working towards goal. I love planning.
Yeah.
And so for me, this is just the same thing as buying my son a video game or
Yeah. Yeah.
the
You look like
Switch.
you're dying
yeah,
to
go
say
ahead.
something. Go for it, Austin.
Austin, what do you think?
About the like Nintendo Switch PS4 thing.
He's trying to defend.
The TV, the remote was like somebody threw away that remote. I
Is
just
that
like
why you're
couldn't
not
find
wa-
it.
Yeah. So that's
And then
that's the real
PS
reason why you're not watching it.
And then the PS4, it just like shut down immediately.
Yeah.
Like if you put a disc in, it never comes out.
So you're saying you would have played it if
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it worked?
The disc never comes out.
Maybe.
And then my brother, he was playing the Nintendo Switch in the toilet, and then
Oh no.
So it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a tip for you parents, right? Strategically, just give yourself give your kids defective like electronics, and then they'll just find something else to do. But that's really cool though. It's really cool to hear that because like as an athlete growing up, like I played I played football, I wrestled. You know, we just never. And you were a 3-sport athlete, right? In high school, you played volleyball. played softball, and then you
cheer,
cheered.
and then I did badminton.
Yep. Oh, and badminton in
I
the
didn't
spring.
do soccer.
Yeah. Um, so then, like, but we never got any of that support growing up. Like, maybe the siblings would come to the games, but to have our parents there, we would always play with like the other kids, and their parents would be there, and we would never have anything like that as Hmong kids. So like, how does it feel to kind of be able to be there for your kid and speak about that a little bit more?
Yeah.
You know, I love watching my kids progress in what they want. And so for me to watch Austin to be able to do a 180 out of nowhere, like he impresses me every time. And so when I talk to the coaches like, oh yeah, he did something new today, or he jumped on the rail, he turned his board today. And so like to hear these kind of things, it's growth. It's incredible because it's worth it, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really rewarding for me because it's things that if I had that opportunity to do when I was younger, maybe I would have been pretty good too. But you know, we just didn't have the opportunity growing up.
And talk about the time investment, because like I think that's important, because a lot of times like I see a lot of people go, man, if I would have had the support, or you know, sometimes we see a Sinisa, right, and we just go, oh, she's a great athlete, but we don't realize is like she had a phenomenal support structure behind her. We see all these great athletes, right, and then they're invested their time, they put in a lot of time, money into making this thing happen. And I think that's something new in our community that we're seeing now.
Yeah.
Is that in the Hmong community, as our young athletes are growing and developing, parents are more and more so involved, like more than ever. So like talk about like the time, like how much time on a weekly basis are you helping his social media, taking him out snowboarding, supporting all his athletic endeavors?
You know, it's funny that you asked this because I've given up a lot of vendor events just so I could be there for my son.
Yes.
I'd rather be there than go to a vendor event.
That's true.
And Austin knows that, you know, and I put that on my social media as well too, where I am going to, you know, go and support my son. I'm spending the weekend to be there for my son, and I'm not coming to this vendor event. Like people invite me all the time to go to like the Hmong New Year to go sell my products, to attend Oakdale vendor events. Like I tell them straight up, no, I'm stepping away from, you know, attending vendor events just to support my son. And last year when we were on the snowboarding school, we travel all over the Midwest.
Yep.
We would drive 3-4 hours just for him to go train with the school. And, you know, for me, I'd rather be there. I'd rather be there for my kids because these are the moments that counts.
Yep.
I can always do a vendor event in the summer and know that there's always going to be another day, another event to attend.
Yeah.
But I would never be able to take back if I miss one of the practice or one of his games. I won't have that moment back.
Yeah.
And he will remember that.
Yeah.
He will remember these days where it's like, Mom, did you not see my 180? I think he did say that to me the other day. He's like, Mom, did you see my 180? I was like, no, I was, you know, watching my other kid snowboard because we're still trying to train up his little brother as well too.
Yeah.
And so it's like that. It's really the balance and knowing your priority every day, right? And you know that there's always going to be another day for other things, and just planning ahead. I think it's just knowing how to plan ahead and communicate it and be transparent about it and talk to your kids. Like my kids love us being there and they love having us around.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what's your goal for Austin in snowboarding?
You know, it's really what he wants, right? The teams that he's assigned to on the G team this year, it's what he chose.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, and we said it to him too. We're gonna keep pushing if you want to keep going, right? He was only on the G team because he wanted to be a part of competitions, right? He wanted to start working towards his, because on the USA SA team, you have to earn points regionally. And once you earn enough of points and you get to a certain age, you can go national, right? You can go national and then you can make it into the FIGS competitions. And once you get into the FIGS, then you go further into World Cup. You have to qualify, have a certain amount of points to qualify from each stage. And so for him, this was his choice. He wanted this. He didn't want to continue his snowboarding school, which we would have. But yeah, so as long as he wants to keep going, we'll keep pushing and keep financing it, and we'll find ways to finance. But it's up to him. His goals, these are his goals.
Yeah.
So Austin, you want to talk about your goals? What you want to do in the next year?
What I really want to do is like have fun.
Yeah.
And like do like competitions. Like don't like try too hard, or it might fall more badly. Probably. Yeah, I just want to have fun.
But what about competitions that you like? What's your
I
favorite
kinda-
part?
Well, if there's like tricks involved, then that will be my favorite part. But if it's like Alpine or something. Yeah.
What's the next trick you're trying to learn?
I don't really know.
Okay.
The bigger rails?
Yeah, the bigger rails. I only tried the rails that are like stapled to the ground that you just go up and then,
Those are the mini park ones.
yeah.
All right. Cool. Do you have anything? Otherwise-
No.
All right. So Austintv, find it on YouTube, Facebook, and now Instagram.
It's actually, hey, it's me, Austin.
Hey, it's me,
Yeah, it's
Austin
on the
TV.
bottom.
All right, so check them out. Really great content and just fun, wholesome videos. Mom, did you want to plug anything? I know you've got a few different things going on.
Yeah,
I know
'cause
talked
you have a
little bit about
business as
vendor
well.
shows.
And other than that, right?
Yeah.
You have a business too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, so it actually started with Austin TV.
Okay.
And then, it was something that I was passionate in doing, supporting my kids, and it became my dogs. One year it became my dog.
Yep.
She became really sick, and I started making her stuff at home. And this is right around COVID as well. And so we're all at home. Austin was busy snowboarding. We're all snowboarding. I come home, and we have our dog. And I started making her stuff. And people wanted the stuff that I was making for my dog.
Nice.
And that's how it started was there was a business to come to light. And people wanted what I was making. And so all handmade stuff at first. And now, I had enough money, and there was actually interests in the community that wanted the same thing. So I invested, Austin, we invested a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
Just to procure and manufacture, design harnesses, collars, leashes, walking bags for dogs. So all high quality dog products, and yeah, that's the life too. And Austin's actually a huge supporter. He comes to all of our vendor events. He helps sell. He
Yeah, I've
helps
seen them.
talk about the products, and he's a key player.
Yeah, he eats all of my honey at the vendor show.
Well, there's that one time I gave you that like candy cane for like a honey.
Yes. Yep. But yeah, so what is the name of it, and where can they find that?
Austin, you want to go?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where do we find these products, Austin? If we're interested.
You can find it on our website, or you can go to one of our vendor events if we.
What's the name of the website? If I don't know what it is, what is it called?
I think.
Make sure it's correct.
Uh-oh.
Well, I was about to say something else too. That they do have a TikTok too.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
But what's the name of the TikTok?
Shindor Paws, Posh Paws, I think. Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
Okay.
And-
POSHPAWS. Posh Paws.
Cinderella.
I just want to make sure we have it correct.
We want to make sure we
You
plug it
know.
I don't
correctly.
even know how to spell that good.
All right, Mom. Go ahead, Mom.
Yes.
plug
So
it
the
in.
the correct name
great.
for the
You did great.
business is Shanor Posh Paws with a S at the end. So, and the name actually came from my dogs. My oldest dog Chanel, and then my second dog Dior.
Okay.
So that's where the pronunciation came from.
How do we spell that first part?
CHANIOR.
I have to
Hodgepodge,
admit
okay.
something. I'm your brother. I've never known how to pronounce that. So I
And
admit
also,
it. I'm sorry.
and also, oh yeah,
I-
and also one of our no, Chanel, her, well, Dior and Chanel are based on like a Gucci name or something.
Okay.
If you notice,
Yeah, they're perfume names.
Yeah.
and
They're
Chanel is like 12 or 13.
They're-
That's an
Nice.
old dog.
That's
yeah.
an
They're
old dog.
bougies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. But yeah, thank you guys for coming by, and we're gonna try to upload this before your upcoming event. Oh, talk about the tournament and how do people support you? Can they attend? Is this like a public event? Can we attend?
Yeah, you could attend, like there's like one hill, anybody can go on the hill except if you don't have a snowboard or ski.
Okay.
So the event is actually February 3rd. It will be at Buck Hill
Nice.
in
Okay.
Bloomington. So it is open to the public. They do have live music. I recommend snow pants,
Yeah.
jackets,
Yeah.
gloves, hat, boots.
Yeah.
When you attend these events, because it could be all day. Last time we were there, it was delayed by 3 hours. So even though they say the competition starts at 12, there can be delay due to weather
Yeah.
and just knowing our winters, our type of winters, right? So open to the public, come early, get parking. We always bring our grill, so we'll make our own food. But then they do have grill, a bar over there as well, and a ton of snowboarders. So you'll see a ton of kids. They always start with the youngest first. So if we say 12, the younger kids will go first. So Austin's category will go first. And then you'll be surprised to see what age people race until. So last year, our last competition, there was like an 84-year-old lady racing.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
so it is very impressive. It'll blow you away. And it's really fun. People are drinking, and sometimes they hand out free merch. So
Yeah.
when you
Nice.
attend these events,
I drank too much at his last event. Sorry.
And also,
it's fun, though.
But okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I kind of forgot.
Okay. But thank you guys for coming on. I think, we talk about this a lot on the podcast, right? How do we support young people and young athletes as parents, as uncles, as friends? And so it's really cool to get your perspective as the mother and then your perspective as the athlete. Go ahead, Austin.
And also, so that I remember that I think it was the exact same podcast, like the No Egg podcast. I think it was. It had my picture with
Oh, yeah.
Sun Lee and
Michael Vega.
Michael
And Mike.
Vang. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was in those 3 pictures.
Yeah.
One of them.
Were you
Yeah.
surprised?
Very surprised.
So we were glad to be able to do that for you, and that's what we do here at the
Yeah.
No Eggs podcast, right? We
Well,
support
yeah, we wanted to
Yeah.
bring you on just to talk to you, Austin, because you do, snowboarding. Well, first of all, in the Hmong community, I think snowboarding is still kind of new. I mean, we have
Yeah.
people our age
Yeah.
that do it, but not as many younger
Yeah.
kids that do it. So it's really cool. And I'm from a background of extreme sports like that, so I really like sports where people grind rails and jump and make skate edits and videos and snowboarding. So it's good to see a Hmong kid doing it. What's up?
Oh yeah, and also there's this one kid named Miles.
Mm-hmm.
He's very good. Like he's Mika. Don't worry,
Yeah.
he's Mika, and then he just goes on rails like it's nothing, and then
Is he your age or is he older?
I think he's older. He's probably 11 or 12.
All right, so you got plenty of time. You can be better than that, right?
Yeah,
In
I
two,
could.
3 years.
Yeah, it was really Miles that actually sparked him into the G team.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so that was I think they influence each other, right? As you talk about kids athletes,
Yeah,
I think it's so important that we highlight that there are other kids doing other activities, and this is why I also created a social media, is to expose that. You can put your kids in any sports, and they will encourage each other. They support each other. They're each other's like backbone when times are tough. And I love what you guys do here
Yeah.
with the No Egg podcast. So thank you for having us here.
Yeah, for sure. All right, last
Alright.
your
Last-
last comment.
Last comment.
Austin's
Alright.
itching.
for the
He's
camera.
itching.
Alright. If you want to know what the school snowboarding school is called, it's called Blizzard. That's where I met Miles,
Okay.
and that's where they met me. And I shared my shrimp chips to them, and yeah.
And that's at Highland. That's Highlands.
No. It was at like many places, Trollhagen and
That's the-
more.
That's the traveling
It's a
traveling
snowboarding school.
Got it.
And it's really interesting because we were pretty much the only Asians there.
And it's called. Say what it's called
Blizzard,
again.
Minnesota.
Blizzard.
Yeah.
Okay, Blizzard, Minnesota,
I
and
think
it's
we-
youth snowboarding and skiing competition. Okay,
No,
got
no,
it.
not competition, just school.
Oh, just school.
So they're
Okay, got
strictly
it.
just teaching
Their
kids
school.
how to ride.
Yeah, they're
Cool.
That's their
teaching.
goal.
They're just teaching. Like G Team trained you to go to
go
competition.
Yeah.
competition.
So you actually have to be able to ride to even make it into the GT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we submitted his, again, so important to have social media because we submitted his YouTube. So once they were able to see what he can do, they were like, okay, we can actually accept him because he knows how to ride. There's credible source that he can ride
Yeah.
to even make it into the team.
Sounds
And so, Austin, you want to share one last time how they can support you and your journey by your shirts?
Oh yeah. You can buy these probably, and we can just like ship it to you, and like we can ship it to you, and we're only gonna use the money for snowboarding, nothing else,
Nice.
just
Okay.
snowboarding.
Not paying bombs bills, right?
Yeah.
Just
Not-
snowboarding.
Not
Just
Shanora's
snowboarding.
business.
All right, that's awesome. Thank you so much for coming, guys. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. Everybody go cop a shirt, Austintv, or hey, it's me, Austintv. Definitely get yourself one.
Or a hoodie.
Yep, or a shirt or a hoodie. And then come and show your support February 3rd. I'll definitely be there. Go
One
ahead,
more
Austin.
thing to say. If you want to do snowboarding very badly, here's the stuff you would need. You need obviously a jacket and snowboarding boots and a snowboard and a ski helmet, if I can call it. And you would also need gloves or mittens.
Nice.
Or if you want to go to the park, you can just do leather mittens or something.
Heck yeah.
And then inside it's very comfy.
Awesome.
And,
All right, thank you, Austin.
I kind of forgot.
That's okay.
Hey, you did great. Hey, I appreciate you
Alright,
for coming.
Austin.
Show
Good
show
job.
the camera your muscles. You've been working with a personal trainer too. You've been
Yeah.
built, getting buff here.
Uncle Jim.
Yeah, I see them
Uncle
guns,
Jim.
boy.
Uncle Jim.